Welcome to our root chakra meditation. Let's just start by closing the eyes and taking some slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. And one more sighing exhale. Inhale. Trying to leave the energy of the day and to be present where you are right now in this moment. It's helpful if you're doing a grounding meditation to have your palms facing down, lying on your knees. If you'd like to receive, then you can have your palms facing up. But if you're trying to root down into the ground, it's best if you have your palms facing down. You can also notice that I'm bolstered on a couple of pillows here to lift my hips above my knees, so that my pelvis can feel very stable and that my seated position can feel very effortless. This can also be really helpful with a grounding meditation. So we're going to continue to inhale and exhale, nice slow breaths. And we're going to start to visualize a glowing red light right at our perineum. In yoga class, it might be called the Mula Bandha. In pelvic health, we call it the perineum. And it's the piece of skin or tissue right between your vagina and your anus. So you're going to think about a red glowing light coming to that center point of your pelvic bowl. While you inhale and exhale. And you're going to try here to notice whether or not the floor of your pelvic bowl, so that bottom part of your pelvic bowl, is holding tension or if it's relaxed. At this moment, we're thinking about relaxing the pelvic floor. So that glowing red light is sitting in that pelvic floor, almost like if it were sitting in a hammock. It's relaxed, and that glowing red light is being held by a rocking, flowing, relaxed, and meditative pelvic floor that's really resting itself on the earth and being held by the earth in that. So as you inhale, that glowing red light might get brighter, just like if you were bringing oxygen to a flame. So inhaling and the glowing gets a little bit brighter, and exhaling and that glowing sort of dims a bit. So continue to inhale and exhale and visualize this glowing light changing as you bring oxygen into your body. And this change of expansion of the light on inhale is the same way that your pelvic bowl reacts on an inhale. So your pelvic bowl will relax and widen and lengthen on inhale. And then on exhalation, you might feel a little rebound of the pelvic floor, a little tightening. Not a voluntary tightening, but just an involuntary reaction of your body to letting the air out. So as you inhale, the glowing red light gets brighter, the pelvic bowl widens. And then as you exhale, that light becomes a little bit smaller and the pelvic bowl comes in a little bit as the air leaves your body. So just take a couple more breaths here, really noticing these very subtle movements of the pelvic floor as you bring your air in and out of your body. And if you're having trouble feeling that relaxation sensation on inhale, it's also helpful to let your belly go. So as you inhale, just let your belly be loose. And then as you exhale, you can bring the belly back towards your spine. And the pelvic floor might react as well. So now that we've brought a little bit more awareness into the pelvic bowl, we're going to grow our roots into the earth from this red light. So start to think about that glowing red light sending out threads or tendrils from it straight down into the soil of the earth. Just thin ribbon-like threads of red light that are starting to connect your body to the earth. And with every exhalation, your pelvis gets a little bit more heavy on the earth. Your body comes a little bit more relaxed into the earth, a little bit more held by our original mother. So practice that inhalation, and then with the exhalation, sending those tendrils, threads, ribbons of roots from the glowing light in your pelvis down into the earth. And with every breath cycle, these roots travel deeper and deeper into the soil, through the different layers of the earth. And the roots become more robust and more strong, more dense. So the more that you bring the breath in and out of your body, the more you nourish these roots and the stronger they get, and the more grounded you become. So now that you've taken 10 breaths or so, these roots are traveling further and further and further down into the earth until they reach that hot liquid core that you could also envision as a glowing red light. And as you inhale, you might visualize your glowing red light in your pelvis getting brighter and sending light down through those roots to connect to the earth's center, which is also getting brighter on your inhalation. And then on the exhalation, you're finding yourself comfortable and settling down into that very deep core connection with the earth. Inhaling, taking in the earth's powerful energy, its comforting, nourishing energy on that inhalation, taking it into your body, into your pelvis. And then as you exhale, finding yourself even more grounded and rooted and connected to that earth energy. Let's do about 5 more breaths here. Inhaling to let that light glow, widening the pelvic bowl, shining that light all the way down through those roots, through those tendrils to the center of the earth. And then on exhalation, finding that earth pulling you closer and closer to its center, to its core. Inhaling that earth energy in, letting that nourishing energy fill up your pelvic bowl, letting your belly go. And then exhaling a sigh of relief as you feel more grounded, more held, more rooted by the earth. Inhaling to pull that energy in. Exhaling to find it nourishing you, grounding you. And then let's take our hands to our pelvic bowl, to the front of our pelvic bowl. Feel the heat of your hands against your skin. And connect to the subtle movements of your breath, of your pelvic floor, of your pelvic bowl, of your abdomen. Notice how your pelvis is breathing. Also notice how very grounded now you are in your sit bones and how heavy the bones of your legs and pelvis feel as they really accept the nurturing of the earth below them. And then you can bring your hands back down to your knees. Take one more last inhale and exhale. Flutter your eyes open. Give thanks for yourself or to yourself for taking the time to do this very simple meditation for mitigating chaos and feelings of lack of control. And coming here, sitting on the earth, visualizing that earth connection and settling your mind and grounding your body.